In the heart of County Carlow stands a house built on royal blood, a home that carries within its walls nearly 1,000 years of Irish history. This is Borris House, the ancestral seat of the MacMurrough Kavanagh family, descendants of the ancient Kings of Leinster. Few places in Ireland can trace their story so far back or tell it with such continuity. Long before this grand Tudor revival facade was ever imagined, this land was the stronghold of a royal dynasty. For centuries, the MacMurrough Kavanaghs ruled the Kingdom of Leinster, their power stretching from Wexford to Wicklow, from the Blackstairs Mountains to the southern coast. Their ancestor, Dermot MacMurrough, was the last King of Leinster, a name written in both legend and controversy. In 1169, Dermot's desperate bid to reclaim his throne would forever change Ireland's fate, for he invited the Normans to Ireland, an act that opened the door to centuries of conquest and colonisation. But while others fell to history, the MacMurrough Kavanaghs endured. They adapted, survived and reclaimed what they could, holding these lands at Borris for over 600 years. The first house at Borris rose in the early 18th century, built on the site of an older castle. Over time it evolved, a living structure reshaped by the tastes and ambitions of each generation. Much of what we see today was the work of Richard and William Vitruvius Morrison, the celebrated father and son architects behind some of Ireland's greatest country houses. In the early 19th century, they reimagined Borris with a bold Tudor Gothic revival facade, complete with battlements, pointed arches and tall clustered chimneys that gave the house a sense of medieval romance. Inside, the Morrisons introduced graceful staircases, vaulted corridors, and a long gallery that blended grandeur and intimacy. The result was not just a home, but a statement, a vision of Irish nobility reborn in stone. Each detail here reflects both pride and persistence, the artistry of architecture meeting the endurance of lineage. During the Cromwellian Wars, much of the Kavanagh estate was confiscated. Yet, unlike so many Gaelic families, they did not vanish into obscurity. They rebuilt, and by the 18th century, Borris House had become one of the grandest homes in the southeast. Its long gallery, elegant drawing rooms, and vaulted chapel spoke not of defeat, but quiet endurance. In the 1790s, when Ireland stood on the brink of rebellion, the Kavanaghs again found themselves at history's crossroads. The 1798 rebellion raged across the countryside, and though Borris House was attacked and damaged, it was never destroyed. It stood firm through the smoke of revolution and the slow unravelling of the old order. Through the 19th century, the family maintained their place, not as absentee landlords, but as stewards of the land and local life. Among them were writers, politicians, and poets. Arthur MacMurrough Kavanagh, perhaps the most remarkable of them all, was born without arms or legs, yet travelled the world, sat in Parliament, and became a symbol of Irish resilience. But Arthur was not the only remarkable figure to walk these halls. His mother, Lady Harriet Kavanagh, was a woman far ahead of her time, an artist, traveller, and archaeologist who journeyed through Egypt and the Middle East in the 1840s, sketching temples and collecting antiquities long before such adventures were considered proper for women. Back home at Borris, she turned her creativity to helping the local people through art and design. In the 1840s and 1850s, she founded Borris Lace, a unique form of needle lace inspired by Venetian patterns. Taught to local women during the famine years, the craft became both a livelihood and a legacy. Its intricate design still admired across Ireland today. Through Lady Harriet's vision, art became survival and beauty became endurance. Few houses in Ireland can claim a lineage like this. From medieval kings to modern custodians, the same bloodline has walked these halls for nearly a millennium. And today, Borris House still belongs to the MacMurrough Kavanagh family, one of the last surviving examples of an unbroken Gaelic royal line. Each room tells stories of the past, portraits of kings and rebels, letters from the empire, and the faint scent of history that clings to the wood and stone. Beyond the windows, the Black Stairs mountains rise like a reminder of endurance, that through conquest and famine, fire and rebellion, the spirit of Leinster kings was never truly extinguished. Borris House is not just a relic. It's a bridge between the Ireland that was and the Ireland that endures. A place where royal lineage meets quiet persistence. When you walk on the grounds of Borris House, you walk in the footsteps of Ireland's last kings, and of a family who refuse to let their story fade away. Because here in Borris, history is not a memory. It's very much alive. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe for more.